Andy, this is not gonna work.
Oh, let a man dream. Yeah, it won't. You're right. That is really mean. You're right. What? That is so rude.
I'm so sorry. My body quivered.
See, this is why we can't have nice things.
You tried to fucking... Don't tell the video what you did.
I currently have my phone propped up on a grave.
No, he was trying to use a stick earlier to fucking prop it up.
I asked for permission and I apologized
no, you
afterward.
did it and then asked for permission. You know who does that? A pedophile. Never mind, don't even get me started on those.
Pedophiles? How old is your girlfriend?
She's turning 16.
She's turning 16? Yeah, tell the judge that. Actually, Romeo and Juliet clause. Once you have to bring up technicalities, it's already over, girl.
What? She loves me and I love her. What's the harm in that? We're gay. It's acceptable.
Yeah, okay. You're setting us back decades now. Apologize.
You apologize first.
I already apologized. I'll go apologize again.
I'm sorry.
Mary Lee Owens. Sorry. Thank you for helping us. And, you apologize now.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you are.
Read their name. Give them that respect.
It's still Owens. It's 2.0.
Oh, this is the Owens family. Oh, it's all the Owens family.
I'm so sorry. We're on top of your bodies.
Thank you for letting us come to your family reunion unannounced.
I hope you guys are doing very well.
Clearly not.
I mean in the afterlife, if there is an afterlife.
The way life is
What
treated.
if there is no afterlife and we simply just die and all of this is for nothing? Like, what's the point of cemeteries? This is why I don't have a religion.
Then I don't need to worry about apologizing.
Yeah, there's peace in that. There's so much peace in that. What if there's no afterlife and you're not just dead and you don't have to...
Sweetie, you're afraid of accountability. Anyways.
Accountability. I'm a girl kisser. That's why accountability.
Here, you're not a grave.
Yes, thank you. That was the first idea I had.
Yeah, we'll speak up, Buttercup. Oh, there's a lot of ants on you.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh wait, look at how big they are.
bullet ants.
Yes. It's like, sorry.
Whoa.
Whoa! Ew, there's so many of them. Oh, sorry. You're like an old man.
Whoa, that's so rude. Yeah, you're right. I'm geezer coded. Don't hate me because I'm geezer. Geezer.
What the fuck is geezer?
Geezer, as in the word for old people. Like,
Oh.
like that kind of geezer.
Got my stick back.
Your stick.
My stick. My schlong. Why are you holding my schlong? I'm gonna kill Haley.
My stick. Huh? Let's test out my aim.
Oh.
I missed. Okay. So, buried here are Confederate veterans, essentially. Like this fellow. Yeah. So, the Confederacy was kind of like two things. Number one, those who support the Confederacy will tell you that it was a states' rights thing, that the federal government was really oppressive, how states in the United States are supposed to have their own individual rights, and those can't be tread upon, and the federal government was doing that a lot. They care a lot about states' rights. Now, their least favorite question is states' rights to do what? And that's slavery. That's the actual reason of the Civil War, by the way. Is, I say this as a Southerner, born in the South, raised in the South, that even though we claim the Civil War was about states' rights, and how we do very much even today care about our states' rights, they wanted those states' rights to keep slaves, like to own people. Like, half of the population of the South was black people, and most of those were literal property. Like, don't let anyone convince you otherwise. It's literally said in like half the declarations of independence of the individual states. By the way, Confederate States of America, think of it as like America but evil, like its evil twin. Because the difference is we think of America as one nation with a lot of states. The Confederate States of America was a bunch of different states calling themselves one nation.
Oh, right, okay.
Because they care about states' rights, right? States' rights to do what? Slavery, to own people, to do really messed up stuff. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln killed them, and then they were salty about it, so they killed Abraham.
Yay! Oh, that's why he was dead. I'm really bad at history, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Come down here and pose with me.
Drop a piece. Sorry. I don't know how to do angles.
Hold on. There we go. Okay. Point.
My bad.
Yeah, and then lift it up so that you can get to see the lake behind us. No, I mean like point it upward.
Oh, I'm fucking slow.
No, here, let me show you.
What do you mean?
So you hold it. The way you're holding it is like this. You see how it's like. You want to hold it like
that?
this. Yeah, you see how I'm getting everything like this.
This makes sense.
All right, now hold it like that.
You got this. I'm bad at taking pictures. Yay!
Here, let me just. Let me fix my hair.
My arms are not long enough for this.
All right, now repoint it so that you're getting the flag and the grave with us.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yay! Let's go up a little more. And then... Okay, there you go.
All right.
Yay! Another one like this.
Oh, yeah. Like, I get dying for freedom, but like, dying for the freedom to take other people's freedom based on something obligatory like race, I don't really care. Like, I get you were fighting for your home, but your home was kind of a piece of shit. And I say this as a southerner, like, proud Floridian here.
Yes, my arm hurts. Other hand. I can do it.
Hell yeah. Alright, let's get out of here.
Yes. Why is the grass so fucking voluptuous?
I've never heard grass described. Oh, my fucking foul. But I've never heard grass described like that. But yeah.
Like actually dead ass. You feel it?
This is
like,
so bouncy, yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to jump on y'all's graves. Yes.
Wait, I'm doing a cartwheel already.
Okay,
Wait. Oh.
go get him, girl.
I cracked my hip bone, but...
Good job, you little infirmed little Victorian boy.
I really want to go to the light juice.
Okay, well, geez.
Sounds hot. Wait, that's hot. Hello?
You mean the Son of God?
Yeah, hello?
What am I even talking about? I'm Jewish. People die.
No shit.
There's a lot more dead people than alive people in this city. Whoa, it is so dark on the camera.
That's so much better. I can see it on here. See? It's not centered.
Yeah, because I can just zoom in.
You just take pictures.
Sorry? Wearing a vest, going to a graveyard and just sitting and chilling. This is what it means.
This is what men say.
Yeah. This is what men who are not so caught up in vanity to the point where they can go appreciate the fact that the world around them is so filled with stuff. There's a freedom in masculinity of giving no regard to your surroundings. We men are born of conquest. It's what we were evolved to do. Naturally selected, the men who weren't built for conquest would die, or no woman would fuck him so he wouldn't pass on his genes. This is masculinity. This is why it's so great to be masculine. A girl could come and do this, of course. I mean, you're doing it here, but...
Why are so different story?
This isn't me segregating it to women and men, but I think there's masculinity in doing something for the sake of doing it with no meaning, especially paying tribute to what once was. I think it's a feminine thing to be extremely vain and to only look inward. And sure, of course, by coming here and taking a video and recording, we're looking inward and being vain, but at the same time, there's a reason we came to a graveyard before we started looking inward. We came to a place where hundreds of people are laying to rest. We looked outward before we looked inward. It's feminine to compare yourself to others, but I think it's masculine to understand and accept your place in a position of 100 other faces and names who you'll never know anything about. Each of these stones was a person. We can fear it, the fact that we will meet the same fate, or worse. We can always dread anything like that. But the very fact that we're here is us embracing it. Embracing the world for what it is, and accepting that it's a game with rules instead of trying to change the rules, playing the game to get the results you want best. I think there's masculinity in that. To force your will onto the world and give no regard for what's laid out before you. To accept what you can and to change what you can't accept.
I feel like it's very stereotypical masculine.
Sorry?
It's kind of, the way you describe it reminds me of how spiritual people describe femininity and masculinity. It's like, it's not as in gender, but it's like the vibe. It's giving that.
I would regard myself as a feminine man, not despite my beard and the fact that I go to the gym. It's because I care very much about my appearance. I care about the weak and fine things in life. But I also embrace masculinity in situations like this where we're in a graveyard at night. We very well could be afraid, but we're not. We men are born of conquest. And by being here, we're conquering something intangible. Not only fear of a location in the dark, but also fear of death by getting as close as we can to it without being stained by it. I wonder if the choice to be buried under their Lord was something of faith, of societal pressure, and there's no better place to put a statue of their Lord than when they're buried, or perhaps it was even of fear, of judgment, or of the fact that there is nothing at all. I'm not sure what I'm more afraid of, the idea that there is an afterlife or the idea that there isn't.
I've had great conversations with people, and every person that I've found them being religious and questioning their religion is the fact that they're scared of, like, what if I do go to hell? It's all based around fear and, like, eternal hell. And I'm like, what's the point?
I simply think that I'm not terrified of it, but I think I should be, that if Christians are correct, even though there isn't necessarily a hell in the Bible, the idea of Lucifer leading an army of fallen angels against God and being punished for it, many of my actions and beliefs encapsulates that. I think that there's no doubt that if Christians are right, and I do have to choose between heaven or hell, or that I have all of my sins and virtues weighed there on the steps to the beyond, I think that I have no doubt that I'd go to hell. I'm not afraid of it because it's the exact reality that I lived purely by my own choice.
I mean, but at the same time, I feel like every single person is selfish and judging, and all of the 10 commandments and shit that they try and say that we should live by, everybody goes against them at least once a day. And I'm like, is there even enough room in hell at that point?
I think a lot of corrupt legal systems make laws very oppressive, but they don't always enforce them. Like, for instance, jaywalking, or here, taxes. They could not find evidence for Al Capone doing anything to actually incarcerate him, so they used heavily strict tax laws to finally put him behind bars. A corrupt legal system, walking on the wrong time of day, wearing the wrong clothes, those aren't always going to be enforced by police because they don't have the resources to. They're only going to be enforced when the police are given a reason to. Like, for instance, a politician who goes against the system, of course, has to break those laws to live in his daily life, but he's only arrested for them and punished once the system has a reason to. And I think that biblical commandments and virtues are the same way, that they try to pressure your loyalty via penance. Sins are so ingrained into mankind, the way Christians and the Bible presents it, that we have no way of living a sin-free life, and Christians will admit it, that every human is going to hell if they don't repent. And that's why I despise their faith. That's why I despise their beliefs. Is truly the most innocent men can be are still punished if they don't buy the bullshit that they're selling. They're con men. I think that many a priest, many a cleric might have good intentions, and many of them will do great things. But a good con man is still selling a con at the end of the day. They're selling fear.
So basically pyramid scheme.
It is a pyramid scheme. I will beg for forgiveness once I know what I've done is wrong. But when someone who doesn't know a thing about me can come up and say, you've sinned and you're going to hell, that's how I know they're selling me a con based on fear. Hobbies is kind of pretending to be what I'm not, to fill the role of certain things. Like, for instance, breaking into buildings, my favorite thing to do is like going into offices or like formal settings and blending in with the bureaucratic monotony and knowing the right words, and like going to 8-story government buildings and identifying people and saying the right things to let me into rooms that I otherwise wouldn't be allowed to be let in, and seeing how far they will let me go. I would love to do that as an immortal, because I would literally have the power to read every book and to burn every book completely by my own will. The sheer amount of things offered to me. I mean, the biggest fear of every creature is to be conquered, and the biggest goal of every creature for billions of years, as long as life has lasted, has been conquest. The death of species, the death of languages, the annihilations of whole ethnic groups like Native Americans to make room for where we are now. I mean, the language that was spoken here, Timucuan, completely gone. Every last one of them has been annihilated. And to be immortal is to be free from that inherent human insecurity, from that inherent human flaw, to be playing the game that every other human has played, and then to be free from it, to be like a referee or observer, but still being able to affect the game however you want. I would much rather that than infinite power. I get bored of being able to do whatever I wanted as I will, even though I think it's everyone's dream to be able to do as they want. I want to be separate from humanity in a way that lets me be in tune with it in a way no other human is capable. Exactly. Every human is born with pain and loneliness in their heart. And an immortal no doubt feels that infinitely more than any mortal, because they can't be emotionally attached in the way we are. Not in a meaningful way. But at the same time, they're free in a way. Free to make whatever mistakes they want. To read any book and to burn every book. To win every game and to lose every game. Things will end. Sorry? I wonder what it feels like to feel your brain slowly leave you. You know, people think
That scared me, dude.
that's funny.
People with dementia is like the worst fucking thing. My grandpa has like
Good lord. Yeah, dementia. You know, people with dementia, they tend to take it not well when you tell them that they're losing themselves.
Yeah.
They fear it most. I wonder what it's like to have that feeling to be told and to know that you're losing yourself and to feel your brain like it's a slowly burning book. And the only thing you're left to be able to spare to that feeling is denial, until that feeling of denial is just another page burned away with everything else. It's existentially terrifying, but it's integral to the human condition. It should be broad enough where it should still get us, as long as there's no leaf in the way. There's low-key going to be a leaf in the frame of this house. Hold on, do you want to be on a different level so it looks like a staircase to someone? If we have the option to be immortal, we can take it. To be entirely impervious to everything. I find it so much of a cop-out that people go, oh, I don't want to float around in space for trillions of years. Like, the human mind isn't that resilient. Trust me, bro. You're gonna be... The lights might still be on, but nobody's gonna be home for a while right now. One of my biggest dreams, most important to me, but also completely unachievable, is, well, one of my hobbies is kind of pretending to be what I'm not, to fill the role of certain things. Like, for instance, breaking into buildings, my favorite thing to do is, like, going into offices or, like, formal settings and blending in with the bureaucratic monotony and knowing the right words and, like, going to 8-story government buildings and identifying people and saying the right things to let me into rooms that I otherwise wouldn't be allowed to be let in, and seeing how far they will let me go. I would love to do that as an immortal, because I would literally have the power to read every book and to burn every book, completely by my own will. The sheer amount of things offered to me. I mean, the biggest fear of every creature is to be conquered, and the biggest goal of every creature for billions of years, as long as life has existed, has been conquest. The death of species, the death of languages, the annihilations of whole ethnic groups like Native Americans to make room for where we are now. I mean, the language that was spoken here, Timucuan, completely gone. Every last one of them has been annihilated. And to be immortal is to be free from that inherent human insecurity, from that inherent human flaw, to be playing the game that every other human has played, and then to be free from it. To be like a referee or observer, but still being able to affect the game however you want. I would much rather that than infinite power. I get bored of being able to do whatever I wanted as I will, even though I think it's everyone's dream to be able to do as they want. I want to be separate from humanity in a way that lets me be in tune with it in a way no other human is capable. Exactly. Every human is born with pain and loneliness in their heart. And an immortal no doubt feels that infinitely more than any mortal, because they can't be emotionally attached in the way we are, not in a meaningful way. But at the same time, they're free